first on the docket, I know you have a story, Scotty. We will get to that. But on Friday, Microsoft went down. A lot of businesses, and I think some personal computers were getting the blue screen of death. And even some on X were calling it International Blue Screen Day, which I think is hilarious. However, it is extremely scary how easy just one bad, and as far as I heard, it was a security company, CrowdStrike, that uploaded a faulty update or something like that, and that just blew the whole thing to smithereens. And airports were affected, hospitals. What else we have? A lot of places were affected.
Government agencies, I believe,
yes,
were also affected.
Yep, government agencies.
Wow. Yeah, airports, everything.
That's right. So
crazy.
I thought that was really interesting. I'll get your guys' analysis from this. I'm rattle on to our next one real quick. We have Daphne Keane. Apparently, after denying it so many times, in the new trailer of Deadpool and Wolverine, she was in it, and she had a really heartfelt like a line with Logan or Wolverine. I thought it was great, but I just thought we got another Andrew Garfield situation on our hands. When he denied so many times he was going to be in No Way Home, and I just thought that was really interesting. I'm glad to see her come back for sure. And she's a lot bigger, so she's going to be causing way more carnage this time. Hopefully, you can only hope, right? And as far as I can tell, she's the only Wolverine variant that's been shown in any of the well, we do have one more. Anyway, we're not going to jump into that rabbit hole, not yet at least. But lastly, Ubisoft released 10 minutes of gameplay for their new game, Star Wars Outcast, or Outlaws. And I know, right? And it didn't get a warm reception. It didn't get a warm reception. And so on a investors call, thank you, Nos, for that, they asked them, hey, are you going to delay this to make it look better? And Ubisoft answered, no, we're not going to delay it. We're going to show more hours of gameplay, and they'll see that this open world is great. So I felt like they were telling you how to feel about what that 10-minute upload that they sent out. It's like,
sorry, I should clarify.
Yes,
I misspoke. It was
okay.
It got the attention of a Bank of America analyst who asked Ubisoft leadership during a conference Q&A call.
Right on.
So it wasn't an investor call.
Gotcha.
My bad.
No worries. No worries. But I mean, still, that answer though, I love when companies tell me how I should feel about a product that they put out. Right? Gotta love that.
And when you don't agree, then you're toxic. You're bad.
You're toxic. These, what do you call it? The toxic fans, the toxic gamers. You gotta love it. Oh my gosh! But
what a meaningless word.
It is. It's meaningless.
It's become so meaningless now. Toxic is anybody that doesn't agree.
Exactly.
With whatever narrative you're trying to push.
And you want to know what's funny? A lot of these words have been beat to death, and now they have no meaning. It's like dust in the wind, So I mean, yeah. But the gall though of Ubisoft, I thought was
for a lot of things. I mean, this is just another layer.
Yes.
Right. But oh man.
But Scotty, I wanted to hear your story about the blue screen of death. That one is going to be interesting. Yes, let's hear this, sir.
Yeah, so it was quite interesting. So it was on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It was my dad's birthday, personally. So happy birthday,
old man.
Birthday!
Yeah.
And thanks, man. So I was just like messaging him and whatnot. So I'm like, right, let me log into work now. So I've got to log in, and I've noticed that Microsoft have given me a prompt to update my PC. So something told me not to do it, because sometimes these updates, I'm not going to lie, I don't do it because it takes forever to update, and I just want to get on with work. So I've logged on normally. I have to do timesheets at work, so it was down. The website was down, and I just thought nothing of it. I just thought, you know what, let me just wait a little bit. Maybe it's just something, just a blip or something. And then we had a meeting, and then we have a meeting on a daily basis, and then half of my colleagues couldn't log on, and everyone said they got a blue screen.
Oh no.
So they had to log onto their personal laptops. They had to message from their phone saying, I've got a blue screen. And we're like, right, what the hell is going on? And then someone on the call said, check the... So we've got a news bulletin, if you will, called the BBC and Sky News and whatnot.
Yes.
Someone in the chat just said, look, check the news. And then we saw this massive outage. And then most of the systems at work were down. No one could do their timesheets. It was just wild. Yeah. And I was like, what the hell is going on? People were dropping in and out of calls. Team meetings. You couldn't hear people. It was freezing. Dude. It was just, I was like, what is going on here? And then obviously it had a knock-on effects like airports and stuff. Flights weren't taken off. What else happens? I don't know, on top of my head. I suppose everything happened really.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I saw a little video of basically air traffic over the U.S. and what happened as a result of the outage. Oh, no. And you just see all these planes flying around, and then they slowly just stop. Right, like slowly start decreasing in number, and then there's just no flights, and it's like, wow, that's
scary. Yes,
very scary.
Yeah,
it's like it reminds me of Watch Dogs. You know, like the game Watch Dogs. Yeah. Because you can control like all these things with your mobile phone, I think, right? Something like that.
Yeah,
and it's got that.
It's actually not a bad game. I haven't played anything the sequels, but it was okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, it was good. It was good.
We were far less affected by it over here. I mean, I came because I work from home.
Bunch of Linux users over there in Canada.
Probably, maybe, I don't know. No more than the rest of the world, I would think. But
right on.
I came up and I have my work PCs not far from here, and I look at it. I'm going to get to log in, get ready for work, and I noticed I have a blue screen. I thought, that's weird. Just restarted it, came back online. So I guess my IT department actually was on top of things for once, and not just continuously trying to make it more and more difficult to do my job. Thank you, IT department. But I know a lot of our vendors that we deal with were massively affected by it because they rely on it, I guess, more than we do, or had a slower response to it.
Okay.
So we had like a secondary effect because they were down.
And
so it affected parts of what we were able to do, but not to a serious degree. We were just waiting for them to catch up, and then that was fine.
Okay. Right on. Okay, well that's good.
But it's never good to have. What's that?
I was going to ask Fox. Did you experience anything, Fox, or was it? Just...
I had none. No, and that's one of the reasons I thought maybe it was just businesses that were affected by it. But from what I read, I did read that some people their personal computers did get affected, but I haven't. That's anecdotal. I haven't seen any. My mind was fine. But
I don't know if any personal users are using CrowdStrike though.
Right on. Okay, I'll give you that. I didn't know CrowdStrike was like on the business side of Microsoft. I didn't know that.
It's a cybersecurity response. They're a cybersecurity tech company.
Oof, that's a bad look on them. Such a bad look.
Well, I mean, all their competitors probably got a little bump.
Yes. Yeah, but like you've been through a power outage, right? And you don't feel that existential dread. You know, it's like, oh, they'll get to it. You know, power lines down or something like that. They'll get to it. When I look at this story, it fills me with dread because it's so many parts of the world were affected by this, and with us being so much more online nowadays and everything else being online, just a bad upload, boom, there goes your power, there goes your internet, there goes, you know, whatever, if your water's connected on some node somewhere, you know. So that fills me with a lot of dread thinking about how much worse this could have been. And it's opened my eyes to maybe always online isn't the way to be. You know what I mean? It's not. It just isn't.
It's not going to be perfect. To be fair, something is going to go wrong. I think no matter what. If it's
calling it now,
I don't know.
I love it.
Yeah, no, it's true. Like if you're on premise, so basically not on the cloud, you could probably still lose data, right? Servers can still switch off. You got to turn it back on. The same thing with cloud. Like it's I don't think we're never going to live in a perfect world. I think the most important thing is the remediation. How quickly can you get it online again? That's the important thing.
Right on.
I don't know how long it took them, to be honest.
Disaster
I don't know that
recovery.
Yeah.
Disaster recovery and business continuity planning. It's actually, for a lot of companies, it's a requirement to have it, and a requirement to enforce it and keep it updated. Your business continuity planning and your disaster recovery processes. So, I mean, this probably, I don't know what the response was. I mean, it probably was quicker than it could have been, I suppose. But it's never good to have a single point of failure like this. And I'm sure there's a lot of thought about, well, maybe we shouldn't rely solely on this, or maybe there's another way around this. Maybe we need to have some redundancy in this, if at all possible. I don't know how possible it is.
Yeah. Right on. Okay.
But there's also one thing I was wondering, like, I wonder to what extent this is going to affect different generations of people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I remember like the last on the East Coast, that big power outage in like the early 2000s where everything was down for like a couple days.
Yeah.
But
was it?
I mean, if you were born after that,
you're
not familiar with that sort of a lengthy outage. How would you feel about it? I'm curious.
Yeah. Right on. Okay. There's been kinds of now that you say that, I'm remembering. I want to say it was Hurricane Sandy rolled through New York and just freaking decimated it. And then there was an ice storm in Texas where it left people without power for a long time. So yeah, I mean, shoot, man, we have dealt with pretty bad, disasters, but on this scale, I'm not sure. Will it be bigger next time? Will this scale expand? Will it not just be a blue screen of death? Will it be outages of power around the world type thing? You know what I mean? That does frighten me. However, Scotty, you did fill me with a sense of comfort when you said, stuff is going to go wrong. There's no way to escape that, but it's the way you, how you handle it, how to remedial stuff, so that's
definitely good advice for life in general.
Literally, like you're gonna fall over, right? It's just how you get back up and how quickly you get back up. I think the turnaround, well, I managed to get my bloody timesheets done in the end within the space of 4 hours or so that's not bad considering. So it might have been up online before that, but I think you need to look at it. I get it, right? Like people might be doing work X, Y, and Z, and it's halting them temporarily, but they fixed it. I think and there will be lessons learned. So it might not be as long as 4 hours next time. It might be quicker. As long as lessons are learned, then things happen. What was the cause? I don't know what the cause was.
Apparently, CrowdStrike, they tried to send through an update, and that just it just crashed everything.
Unit testing, QA, UAT, where is it?
Either they did, and they didn't test every case, like they didn't test thoroughly, or they didn't test at all. I don't know.
Okay, so
that's always the first thing that comes to mind with stuff like this is how well did you test this?
Definitely. I mean, for global outage as well, it's like how thoroughly did you test this thing?
Right on. It says here in the problem traced to an update issued for Windows computers by security firm CrowdStrike. The company said in a blog post. The company said at 6 a.m. Friday the problem had been identified and fixed, but by then the effects had rippled around the world. So yeah. I don't know. Do you guys want to talk about Daphne, Keen, and Ubisoft? I mean, because we could just kind of skip through and get to the trailers. Do you have any?
I don't mind, man.
I mean, do you have any thoughts on
you the boss?
No,
you the boss? Oh yeah, we can talk about it.
All right, you stop that, Scotty. Did you guys see Logan where she appeared in? Right on. That was
love Logan.
One of the best X-Men movies out there. It's probably the best. But so Daphne Keen, how do we feel about her returning? I think it's great. I want to see her return. Because I think she did as child actors go, she was one of the better ones. because they usually aren't good. See freaking that live action Avatar. Holy freaking crap, dude. Not crapping on him. I'm just stating the fact right now. All right. Don't come at me.
Mhm.
But as far as child actors go, she did really good. So I'm really interested to see now that she's older, and I'm assuming she's got more experience. I want to say she was in The Acolyte, which I didn't watch. So I don't know.
I watched clips of
Mhm.
she played, because she was the one that was all in white makeup with I don't know, like some
With
yellow
horns.
markings on her face or
Yeah.
whatever.
Mhm.
I think her character's name was Jackie or whatever. I don't know.
Jackie.
I
Right
mean,
on.
I wouldn't want to be associated with that, but
I got it.
paycheck's a paycheck, I guess.
Right on. Yeah. But she does have the Logan to fall back on. I think she was in a couple more movies after that.
Mhm.
But I mean, she's back in Logan, and apparently, like, the early screenings for this movie are insane. People absolutely love this movie, which I expected. The first Deadpool, it was a masterpiece. It was a masterclass on how to make a movie. It was great, everything about it. The second one, not as good, but I liked it. But I'm really looking forward to seeing this one. It's kind of like with live services, people don't hate live service games, just like I don't think people hate the multiverse. You just got to do it right.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing her in it. What say you, Nas?
I mean, Daphne. Sorry. Daphne Keene's fine. I really, to your point, I thought she was, for a child actress in Logan, I thought she was excellent.
Yeah.
But that whole movie, top to bottom, was just honestly, it is my favorite X-Men movie.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, First Class was pretty good, but I really liked Logan.
Right on.
And yeah, I thought she did a great job in it. Like, I believed her. She actually had the emotion that she conveyed throughout the movie. I thought, she actually seems genuine. I'm like, okay, this is cool. I'm invested.
Yep.
Because there's nothing worse than having everybody in that. Because who did you have? I mean, you had Wolverine, you had Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
You had great actors in there. Steve Merchant was in there. And then it would kind of all fall flat if she was just like, oh, I'm angry. Oh, I'm going to fight you. And it's just not believable. It would just deflate the whole thing. But no, she did a great job.
Yeah.
Really.
100%.
How I feel about her being in Deadpool? I don't know. I'm trying to care about the movie, and I have a hard time with it. I enjoyed the first one. I enjoyed the second one because you had Josh Brolin, and he's always great.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm marveled out, I guess.
Do you think they're clutching? It's like, right, who can we throw in this movie to get the fans to be like,
always.
Oh my God.
Always they're clutching. I mean,
of course.
That's why anytime I see like an announcement, oh, this person's going to be in this movie, I'm like, okay, why are you telling me this? why are you trying to get me interested in this? Why don't
it's better to be revealed, right?
Yeah. Like, stop
the work
trying to
should speak
hype
for
me
itself.
up. It's just marketing spin. Would you just stop with that? Just make a good movie and people will show up.
Yep, that's true.
Ugh.
Unfortunately,
I'll
us with
believe it
4
when
kids,
I see it. Like, I'm not
going
to watch this when it comes out. I'll wait. I'm totally fine waiting.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to, just because I can't take all the kids to the cinema like that. They will turn that place upside down.
You're gonna take your kids to the cinema to see Deadpool? A Deadpool movie?
Oh, that's
Isn't it rated R?
That's okay. Sorry. Thank you, Nas. But I think where I was going with that
Disney's
is
got you. Disney's got you, folks.
I can't get away
Checks
from the
in
kids.
mail.
My kids. Oh my God. Have you seen some of these trailers? Yeah, I don't know why I said that, but I think my mind was at I can't go anywhere unless I take 4 kids with me. You know what I mean?
Oof.
So yeah. If I was gonna go to the cinema, they would have to tag along, But I can't do that. I can't take them to the, like, even if it was a Bluey movie, like, they would tear that place up, So yeah. But yeah, I retract that. I'm not taking them to see a rated R movie. It's early, and my mind is all
I
scrambled.
didn't mean to call you out. I was just like, really?
No.
You gonna see?
Thank you for not letting me continue down that thought. You know what I mean? Because it didn't even dawn on me that it's an R-rated movie.
I don't realize. So he gets into the cinema and then he's like, "Wait a second,
Wait a minute. I remember the first two.
It's like, what am I doing? Kids, get in the car. No, you can't see this. Freaking, someone slapping Deadpool's ass. No, get in the car, kids. Go. Good Lord.
It's funny, man.
Thank you, Nas. I'm sorry, man. Thank you for. I could. Yikes.
All good.
I don't take my kids to see R-rated movies. Everyone, okay? That's not what happens. It's early. My brain's scrambled.
People do.
I would
people
never.
do.
What we do, man? Yeah.
I would
They
never.
I mean,
care.
they let him play Call of Duty and whatnot, so you never know.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay. We're gonna move on real quick. Wash that out of my mouth real quick. So Ubisoft's conference call with Bank of America, which is cool. I didn't know that I knew it was a Q&A, a conference Q&A. I didn't know who was on the call, but Bank of America. So I think it's really cool that Bank of America was like in tune that deep into into what's going on about Ubisoft's portfolio. Star Wars Outlaws is out there and doesn't have great reviews so far. I love that Bank of America noticed that, even though in my mind I'm picturing just a bunch of old guys, counting money with monocles and things like that. It's like,
Well, that's where their concern comes from. Which, I mean,
right? Yeah. But so
it kind of, Sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Yeah, no, you're good.
It kind of goes hand in hand. If you make a game that people love and it sells really well, they're going to be happy.
Yeah.
So one kind of goes into the other.
Yeah. Right on.
Right. I don't know.
What do you think about Ubisoft's response to that though?
What are they going to say? It always comes back to that. Like, what are they going to say? You know what? You're right. People aren't liking our stuff. We should go back to the drawing table. That doesn't really say a lot. That doesn't really spell a lot of confidence for your investors, anybody that may be interested in looking at the game, and you get a whole bunch of bad press as a result of it. So they have to keep marching forward, saying, "Yes, no, this is great. We have a lot of faith in it. It's gone gold. We've got our gold master. It's ready to be shipped." Of course, they're going to say that.
But I think, I think a better appeal to consumers would have been, we'll delay this. We've heard your feedback. We will delay this and try to clean this up a little bit. I think they would have done a lot better with consumers. And don't get me wrong, I don't think it's a bad game. I like the concept of it. In the first trailer they put out, I thought it looked pretty good. But seeing this 10-minute trailer and seeing how have you guys seen it? Like it's kind of bad. Like it looks muddied. Like whenever she's in this cave trying to retrieve this tooth back, she jogs into a slide and she slides for like 15 feet. It's like, it looks wonky. Not to mention when you get hit, like the big alert that you've been shot or whatever takes up like half the screen. It's like, what is this? What is going on? So yeah, it definitely has some work that needs to be done on it. I think the appeal to customers from Ubisoft would have been a much better answer than, oh yeah, no, it's great. We're not delaying this. It's like,
I think the smarter way of going about this would be saying, you know what, we're constantly looking to improve our game and we will do so up until we launch.
Right on. Okay.
That's the better way of saying it.
Yeah.
Because it's showing that, you're aware that there's criticism and you're saying at least something in service to addressing that.
Yeah.
And you're committing to, again, this is all just like wordplay and crap. This is just what I would say. It's not actually what they would do, but you're telling people like, hey, you know what? You're right. We're hearing you to an extent, and we're going to say that we're going to keep working on it. So stop giving us bad press. Give us a break. Really. That would be my way of getting the heat off. That's what I would say anyway.
Right out.
So let me try to get some context. So from what it sounds like, Ubisoft have released a 10-minute trailer, 20-minute trailer, whatever it is.
Mhm.
The graphics aren't good, and fans have aired their opinion, but Ubisoft is saying, no, the game's fine. We're not going to delay the game. Is that
essentially?
Wow.
Yeah.
Ubisoft has their fingers in their ears and they're going la 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 la. We can't hear you. It's fine.
so bad? That's so bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
2024.
But the thing is, surely you think, right? If you're getting this criticism, people are not going to buy what you've shown them if they're giving you this feedback, right? If you say, right, we'll look into it, date to be confirmed, fix the game, release a better trailer, then you're most likely going to keep those individuals satisfied, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've not seen it, but looking at this article, you're going to lose sales, pre-orders. From where it reads. Do you know what I mean?
Final thoughts on this one. how well do you think it'll sell?
I'll give this to Noz. Go on, Noz. Just summarize what we're thinking.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
I can't wait to break these things up into like
and
shorter
that's
videos.
all we have on the Casual Consumer Network for this week, folks.